Well, what's up, everyone? My name is Kevin Wheeler. Welcome back to the channel. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt like you just don't understand what's going on? You ever found yourself wondering, God, what are you doing? What is happening in my life right now? Or maybe you're trying to trust Him and nothing is just making sense. Nothing at all is making sense. Today's message is just for you. We're talking about trusting God's plan even when you don't see it. And we're anchoring this today in one of the most powerful scriptures that I know of. It is the very first scripture that I taught from in ministry. It is the very first one I preached a message from. That's Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. It says, in all your ways, submit to Him and He will make your paths straight. Let's break that down and see exactly how we can live it out right now. The verse starts with trust. Trust in the Lord with all of your heart. It doesn't say with all your logic. Come on, because God's plan and logic sometimes just doesn't line up. It doesn't say with your emotions, because emotionally, if we were to follow our emotions, where would we be? It says with your heart. Trust in the Lord with all of your heart. Trusting God means surrendering our need to control the outcome and choosing to believe that His character, God's character, is good, even when the path is unclear. I've had moments in my life when things looked like they were falling apart, but later I saw that they were actually falling into place. They weren't falling apart, they were falling into place. The old saying is, hindsight is 20/20. When we look back on situations, it's a lot easier to see what was going on. Think about Abraham. God told him to leave everything familiar, to go to a land that God would show him. No map, no timeline, just trust. And look what happened. He became the father of many nations. It says don't lean on your own understanding. This part right here, this is where we wrestle. This is the hard part. Our understanding is limited, but God sees the whole picture. He sees everything. We only see the puzzle piece in front of us. Imagine looking at the back of a giant tapestry, right? It's just a mess of knots and threads and it just looks like nothing, but flip it over and it's a masterpiece. That's what God sees in your life. You may not understand the mess, but He's weaving something beautiful. Let me say this, if God brought you to it, He's going to bring you through it, and He doesn't need your plan to fulfill His purpose. God doesn't just want you on Sundays. He wants all your ways. He wants all your days. He wants Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That means He wants your work life. He wants your home life. He wants your finances. Come on. He wants your relationships, your dreams. Invite Him in, not just when things go wrong, but from the very beginning. Okay? Before you make a move, pray. Before you respond, pause. Before you plan, ask God for wisdom. James chapter 1 and verse 5 says, if any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, and it will be given to you. Now here's the promise. He will make your path straight. It doesn't say easy. It doesn't say He'll make your paths easy. He doesn't say He'll make your paths quick. He said He'll make them straight. That means purposeful, directed, intentional. He's going to cause your paths to be filled with purpose. When you trust Him, you're no longer wandering in the desert, right? You're walking in divine direction. Let me give you this visual. When you're driving at night, your headlights don't show you the whole highway, just enough for the next turn. And that's how God leads us, one step at a time. He doesn't show the whole plan, just the next move. So here's your challenge. First, I want you to write down an area where you're struggling to trust God. Then I want you to pray and release it to Him. And then finally, I want you to declare Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 every day of this week. Say it out loud. Don't wait until you understand. Trust now. Believe now. Obey now. Even when you don't see the full picture, God is still writing your story, and He knows exactly what to do. If this message has encouraged you, let me know in the comments. Subscribe for more videos like this and share this with someone that you believe needs to hear this reminder, and that God's plan is still good even when it doesn't make sense. Thanks for watching. Keep trusting, keep walking, and I'll see you in the next video.